Hi everyone, let's start learning principles of heat transfer using Simscape module in MATLAB Simulink. And I'm going to start by talking about conduction. So today we are going to learn about what conduction is, and I will talk about the foundation of conduction, which is the Fourier's Law, both in Cartesian and cylindrical coordinates. So Simscape has the ability to solve conduction problems both in Cartesian and cylindrical coordinates, but not in the spherical, so that is one of the shortcomings. And I'm going to solve examples in both of those coordinates, so stay with me. First, what is conduction? There are basically three different heat transfer modes: conduction, convection, and radiation. I'm not going to go into the details of each of these different processes, but in solids and stationary fluids, you expect conduction to be the major mode of heat transfer. So if the fluid, meaning your liquid or gas, is moving and it's not stationary, then you expect convection to be the major effect. But for stationary fluids and solids, conduction is the major heat transfer modes. And for solid, the heat transfer is by oscillation waves in the form of lattice waves, which is going to transfer the vibration of particles from the hot side to the cold side of the medium. And for stationary fluids, since the atoms and particles are moving and they are going to collide into each other, that collision is going to transfer heat from the hot side into the cold side. So what is Fourier's law? Look at this wall. There are two surfaces. One is at constant temperature T1 and the other one is at constant temperature T2. And suppose that there is a temperature difference between these two surfaces. So you expect Q, meaning heat transfer, from the hot side into the cold side. Fourier's law is an experimental formula, meaning that it cannot be derived using basic principles. It has been observed within library and by experiments. So Qx, meaning the heat transfer rate in the x direction, is equal to K times A times delta T over L. So L is the thickness of this wall, A is the area perpendicular to heat transfer vector, and K is a constant which shows how well this medium can transfer heat. So K is a constant named conductivity. And the bigger the conductivity, the better that medium or that material can transfer heat via conduction. This formula is implemented within MATLAB Simscape. So you do not have to type anything or define anything. And that is the power of Simscape. And I'm going to define one more variable named heat transfer flux. And you see it is similar to heat transfer rate, but it has only been divided by A. So it is actually the heat transfer rate that is passing through 1 square meters of area. Now I'm going to solve one problem using Simscape. The wall of an industrial furnace is constructed from 0.15 meter thick fire clay brick. So when it says fire clay brick, means now we know the material. And knowing the material, we can find the conductivity. So K is going to be known, and this problem has given us the conductivity. It is 1.7 watt per meter Kelvin. And this value is the thickness. This is the thickness of the furnace wall, and it is equal to L in that formula. Also, measurements shows that the two surfaces, the inside and outside temperature of the surfaces are respectively 1400 and 1150 Kelvin. So what is the rate of heat loss through a wall that is 0.5 times 1.2 meters on the side? So this is the schematic drawing of this problem. You have the area, which is 1.2 times 0.5. You have the thickness, you have the temperature difference, and you have the conductivity. You can write a code in MATLAB, as I am doing here, to calculate the heat transfer within this wall. But I'm going to model it in Simscape. So I go to Simscape and I go to library browser. I find Simscape under Foundation Library. I find thermal library, and there are three divisions here: thermal elements, thermal sensors, and sources. So from thermal elements, I find conductive heat transfer. This is the block that contains the Fourier's law. And if I double click on it, you can check the documentation for this block yourself, but it is so easy to use. So from the conductivity type, there are three different options. In our case, the conductivity of this material is a constant value, which is equal to 1.7 watt per Kelvin meters. The thickness was 0.15 and the area was 1.2 times 0.5. So these are all the settings needed. You may want to define the conductivity as a tabulated data, which means that conductivity is going to be a function of temperature. So if in your problem you have major temperature gradients and difference in temperature in other parts, in different parts of the medium, if you want to be more precise, you can define conductivity to be a function of temperature. But in our example, it is going to be a constant value. Also, the other option, variable input, is going to add another input to this block, which can get the conductivity as an input signal. But I'm going to stay with a constant value. So next I have to define the surface temperatures. So I go to thermal sources, I find temperature source, and I'm going to have two of these. Okay, one of them is going to be at 1400 Kelvin. This is the inner surface, and the other one is 1150. This was the outer surface. And any Simscape model has to be connected to a solver configuration block. I double click and start simulation from steady state. So I run it with no problems. So in order to see the heat transfer, I go to thermal sensors, I add a heat flow rate sensor. I can put it here or here, no difference. So let me connect this block to my conduction system. I add a PS Simulink converter and a display block. I run the model in and 1700, that is the heat transfer rate in watts, and this is the expected value. Now, this is the form of Fourier's law in cylindrical coordinates. So suppose you have this geometry, which is a common geometry, for example, in tubes or for installations. You can see there is an inner diameter or inner radius and an outer diameter or radius, denoted R1 and R2. And this formula is written based on the diameters, the ratio of diameters, but D2 over D1 is equal to R2 over R1, so no difference. And the heat transfer rate in the radial coordinates, so through this thickness, is equal to 2 times pi times L, and L is the length of this supposed pipe, and K is the conductivity of this material, and TS1 and TS2 are the temperature of inner and outer surfaces. So TS1 is the inner temperature and TS2 is the outer temperature. And in this formula, you have to, in order to use this formula, you have to know the surface temperatures. And I'm going to solve a problem to see how easy it is to use Simscape to solve Fourier's law. You have a steam pipe and its outer diameter is 0.12. So the outer diameter of this pipe is 0.12, but we are going to solve a problem of an insulation. So the insulation is this material around the pipe. So for this material, the inner diameter is the outer diameter of the pipe. So 0.12 is the inner diameter of this insulation material. And it is 20 millimeters thick. So the thickness is 20 millimeters. And its inner surface is at 800 Kelvin and its outer surface is 490. And I have written the conductivity of this material, calcium silicate. It is 0.089 watt per meter Kelvin. You can see it is a really low number, since for insulation materials you have to choose something that has low conductivity, obviously. So I go to Simscape and I'm going to create another model. And here in the conductive heat transfer, I changed the wall geometry from planar to cylindrical. The conductivity type is still constant and it was 0.089. How about the length of this pipe? The problem has not given us the pipe length, but it asks for the heat loss per unit length of the pipe. So Q prime is the heat transfer rate in 1 meter of this pipe. So if you want to find this value, you only have to set the length equal to 1 meters. That is what per unit length means. So I set L to be equal to 1, which is the default value. The inner diameter was 0.12 meters and the outer diameter was 0.16. So I know that the thickness is 20 millimeters. So in order to go from the inner diameter to outer diameter, I have to add 2 times the thickness. One is here and the other one is here. So we go from 12 centimeters all the way to 16 centimeters. And that's it. I also have to define the new surface temperatures. So these are 800 and 490. That's right. So if I run, I come up with the desired answer, which you can see I have written a code to find the value using MATLAB M files. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Please let me know what you think about this tutorial in the comments, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.